Study in Canada as an international student. Studying in Canada can be a great experience. The people are welcoming, the education is top-notch, and there are many opportunities for travel. But before you make any decisions about your plans to study abroad in Canada as an international student, it's important that you know what to expect. There are a few things that every prospective college student should know before they come to Canada: tuition fees, the cost of living including average rent prices, immigration requirements, such as landing rights and work permits, safety precautions including how often crimes happen, obtaining healthcare coverage or insurance, etc. So before you make any decisions about studying in Canada, it's important that prospective students have an understanding of what to expect. Hopefully this video will be helpful. Living in Canada. Because Canada is such an immense country, it is extremely varied in its people, landscape, climate, and way of life. However, what most Canadians have in common is a deeply rooted sense of hospitality and openness, which many international students find refreshing. Canada, like the United States and countries around the world, is a melting pot of cultures. This means that people from all over come to live here. Therefore, Canadians are used to diversity not only ethnically but also culturally as well, so you might hear different languages spoken every day during your time in Canada. Canada is regularly recognized as being among the top countries in the world for standard of living, and it is easy to see why. Canada offers safe, clean cities with good public transit systems, and the people are polite because they care about others, and helpful when you need them most or have a question that needs answering. It has to be said that in some locations like Vancouver, British Columbia, or Toronto, Ontario, the cost of living can be very high, though. One thing Canada is famous for is universal healthcare. However, international students must have their own healthcare plan, although some provinces do allow foreign students access. Canadian schools all offer guidance on healthcare plans, so speak to your advisors. Great universities. Canadian public education is among the best in the world, attracting talented students and researchers from around the globe. Canada offers some of the best universities in North America, with McGill University and UBC being ranked as among the world's top 20 schools by QS World Rankings 2018. These are just two examples. Accessible student visa system. One of the many reasons Canada is increasingly popular with international students is that the country has a clear, easily accessible visa application process for international students. The first step is to get accepted into a Canadian school. With so many top universities in the country, it should be relatively easy to find one that will accept you as an international student, and remember that Canada offers some of the world's best scholarship opportunities. To apply for school, you will need to provide your high school graduation certificate, the appropriate completed application form, proof of your English language proficiency, or in Francophone territories your French proficiency, and evidence to show that you can support yourself financially during your studies. You may also need to write a letter of intent and include your CV. To apply for the visa, students need only provide a letter of acceptance from the school they will be attending, along with a document as proof that they have enough money to cover their tuition fees and living expenses. The process takes just 2 weeks on average for Canadian visa applicants, as opposed to 1 month or more in other countries. International students who are married or have children are allowed to bring their families with them while they study. Note that if you want to study in Quebec, visa requirements are a little different from the rest of the country. Affordability. Canadian universities cost less than similar institutions in America, and living costs are manageable compared to other countries. On average, the cost of attending university in Canada will be around $11,000 to $13,000. In contrast, American universities charge nearly $20,000 a year tuition on average for out-of-state residents, and this could be much more at an institution like Harvard University. Tuition fees will vary greatly depending on your chosen course and university, and living costs will vary from region to region. Choice. With such a wide variety of options to choose from, the problem is not finding the program you're looking for, but choosing from all of the available possibilities. There really is something here that will meet everyone's needs, so take some time exploring your options before making any final decisions. Speak to the academic advisors at your chosen school for the best advice on choosing a program that is right for you. Nature. There are some great perks when you study in Canada, like access to nature, or the opportunity to explore it. Canada is a big country with lots of space for exploration and adventure, so make sure you take advantage. The Rocky Mountains, wide open spaces, lakes and the sea are just some of the nature that Canada has to offer. But watch out for those bears. Some of the best nature to explore in Canada is found within its national parks, which are protected parks and reserves that protect our natural heritage. There's a national park for everyone from Banff and Jasper with their snow-capped Rocky Mountains peaks, or UNESCO World Heritage Site Niagara Falls on Lake Ontario. Work and study. International students are allowed to work 20 hours per week on or off campus during semesters. In vacations this rises to 30 hours per week. However, it is important to note that work permit regulations can vary depending upon whether your job is on campus or off campus, the length of time an individual has been in Canada, and the course that they are enrolled on. If you bring your family with you while you study, your spouse may be eligible for an open work permit. This allows them to work full-time in Canada for the duration of your course. International students can pursue Canadian permanent residency if they want to stay in the country after they graduate. The Canadian Postgraduate Work Permit is specifically for international students who want to stay in Canada after graduating. Applicants can work for up to 3 years on this permit, but after just 1 year of working in Canada they may become eligible for permanent residency. Funding. Of course, studying abroad anywhere in the world is a decision with financial implications. International students may not be eligible for the same kinds of financial aid as local residents. However, with IEFA.org you may be able to find a scholarship to help you cover your costs. If you still need further help with your tuition, then a loan might be the right thing for you. With our partners you may be able to find a loan to study in Canada that requires no collateral and no cosigner. You can find out more about international student loans in Canada at internationalstudentloan.com.